Alright, this is Andrew with Joda Home Inspections. We're at 1220 East Kensington Ave in Salt Lake doing a sewer scope. Today is August 11th, 2022, and we've got the camera pushed out 100 feet to the city connection, and now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. So this first connection point is called the nose-on. This is where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. Looks like a good connection point there. So this is cast iron right here. Cast iron gets very rough and rusty over time. Eventually it'll need to be replaced. You want to avoid putting wet wipes down the line or feminine hygiene products, anything that can get stuck and create a blockage. I think this is clay. Based on the amount of joints, I think it's clay, but generally clay has a little more of a red terracotta color. The other common pipe during this time was transite, but transite's much more white in color. One of the most important things I found in this line were the amount of roots. Oh yeah, if you look at the top of the pipe there, that's how red it is. That's very likely clay. These are roots right here. Once you have roots, you're always going to have roots. That's something that you need to have jetted out. These ones are still small, but you'll see some bigger ones as we pull back. There's a bigger one. One of the downsides with clay is that you have a lot of joints. Every 3 or 4 feet you have a joint or a connection point, and so you have a lot more spots where roots like to come in. That one's pretty big. I think just based on that one alone, it'd be a good idea to get it hydrojetted now. Some of those smaller ones, you would be fine holding off, I think, until they got bigger. But with that bigger one, I don't think it would be crazy to just hydrojet it now. And when you get prices to have it cleaned, you can get a price to have it snaked. That's a lot less. But when they snake it, a lot of times it just bounces right past that root and doesn't get it out. With a hydrojet, it'll blast everything out. It works a lot better. It costs a little bit more, usually about $4.50 or so to get a hydrojet, depending on who does it. You have some spider webs. That's a good sign. That's a sign that it has not recently backed up. Um, 25 feet. Trying to determine if this is under the house or if that's out in a driveway where it could be tying into a neighboring line. No, based on where that turned, my guess is that it's likely part of your line under the house. But with it being that close to the turn, this stack is very close to the corner of the house. And so if it goes straight out to a driveway, that could be a tie-in from a neighboring property. It's not uncommon for this age of a house to share a line. And if that is the case, you can't control if the neighbor's putting wet wipes down the line or a bunch of grease. There are insurance companies that'll cover the sewer line. It's usually an add-on, and I would recommend getting that with how much original line you have. But one issue you can have is that if that is a shared line, the insurance wouldn't necessarily cover it. I'm going to end this recording now.